I'm Dr. Jeff Cumro, owner and clinical director at Better Life Chiropractic and Wellness. I had never been to a chiropractor in high school or anything like that. And it's something that I thought about. I was like, that's a profession that I'm interested in. But it kind of went by the wayside. And when I was 23 years old, I ended up getting sick and I didn't know what was going on. Started losing weight and didn't know why. I was in really good shape at the time. I would work out 5-6 days a week, doing lifting, cardio, all of that good stuff. And it got to the point where, I could only run about 100 meters and I'd be completely exhausted. I lost about pretty close to 20 pounds within a month. Sooner or later, you just get to that point where you have to do something. And, I finally succumbed and I went in and, they gave me the diagnosis of Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which is an autoimmune thyroid disease. So my body was attacking my thyroid. And it's something that they just said, you'll have it for the rest of your life and just kind of wait until this passes. And I don't know, it didn't ever sit real well with me. It was something that I want to do something about, You end up going to doctors and they tell you the same thing over and over again. And they had a lot of trouble regulating my thyroid levels. So 1 month I would be really, really high and I would have tons of energy and I'd lose a bunch of weight. And the next month, I'd just be wiped out, couldn't do anything, and I'd gain that weight back. It's frustrating to be in that position, and the only thing that they ever told me is they're like, all right, we just need to change your prescription. So every time that they would change my prescription, it just made the swings worse. Every doctor that I went to, I think I ended up going to 4 or 5 different doctors at the time, and they're all just switching the amount of medication that I'm on, and that is a frustrating path. And I went to this seminar and I got more information, and one of the speakers that was sitting there, somebody who's become a close personal friend and a mentor of mine, Dr. Rob DiMartino, asked the question, if you have an autoimmune thyroid problem, how is working on changing your thyroid level going to fix it? It's the immune system that's the problem. That makes a lot of sense, and nobody had ever really brought that up. So it got me thinking, and I really dove into what I could do to change my life. There have been a lot of things that I've come across that haven't made any difference. There have been a lot of things in my life that have made big differences. And everybody that we've used those strategies on are the same way. Are we working on the right thing? What can we do to give a better result? And that's really what we're all about here, is finding a way to empower the patient to get healthy. They shouldn't have the gatekeeper sitting there, this is what you need, this is what you need, this is what you need, constantly changing the same thing. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And I've dealt with the fear, I've dealt with the anger, and I've dealt with the frustration, and I can tell you that getting healthy is one of the most empowering things in your life. And once you take that step and you actually move in that direction, it changes your whole life. It's not just your health, but it's the way you look at everything else. And that's really why I am the way that I am. It's why I do what I do, and that's what we're aiming to do for everybody out there.